Hello. This is Karan, and this is this is an attempt to teach you product design, how to attempt product design interviews, and what are the frameworks to solve product design interviews. Before starting, so let's start. So for solving product design questions, basically we have four type of frameworks. That is number one is the circles framework. Second one is user journey, which is common in all of them. Third one is Earth framework, and fourth one is Rice framework. So in this video, we will be continuing with the circles framework, and basically before proceeding with circles framework, so let's proceed with the circles framework. So basically circles framework is used for solving questions like X for Y types, where X is our product slash it could be our feature, and Y is the segment of user. We are targeting. For these types, the examples could be like designing an alarm clock for visually impaired, or there could be another example, habit tracker for school kids or for students, etc. So proceeding with framework, let us understand what this circle framework is. So let me give you a brief about circles framework, and then we will solve an example as well. So C means comprehend the situation. Comprehend the situation given to you. I means where you have to identify your users for which you are building the product. The R means reporting the needs, of these users, where we will be talking about pain points of the segment. And again, see, here we have to, because there will always be a limitation about the resources, the money, and the timeline. So we have to prioritize few solutions, or we can only solve a few pain points of the users. So we have to prioritization, and after getting an idea, a list of selected pain points for which we are solving, we have to think creatively and list out the solutions. And E stands for evaluate trade-offs. There could be there could every time there could be some trade-offs for our every given solution, and in the end is the summary part of whatever we have done. So this is the basic approach while solving product design questions. And let us get in deep with the circle framework a little more. What do we mean by this different stage of solving the problem? So when I talk about comprehend the situation or comprehend the question, this always means you have to ask clarification questions. Because asking clarification questions helps you and the interviewer to stand on the same path or think in the same direction, which must be beneficial for your interview as well. You have to understand the situation, and this is the only step basically where you can clarify any doubt you have with the situation or the problem given by the interviewer. And if you are not aware that what should one ask with the interviewer and where to start, so there is a basic structure to follow these, and it named as 5 W's and 1 H, where you will be asking words, why, where, when, who, and how. So this is the basic framework for the beginners who do not have any idea that what clarifications they could ask. So that will definitely help. Second, about when we are identifying our users. So every time in every product related case study, not just product design, whenever we have to identify our users, so we have to use the MECE approach. What is MECE? This is mutually exclusive, I think I'm writing this wrong. Mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. Cool. So what this stand is basically mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive means that you have to segment your users in a way that none of the user is segmented into similar category and none of the user is left basically. So this is the whole idea. It's like when let's say for a bar graph we are giving this is the age area and we are giving age like 0 to 20, 20 to 40. So here we can see 20 appears 2 times. So this is what we have to avoid. We have to give that age bracket like 0 to 20, then 21 to 40. So basically this is what MECE means. so we were at the segmenting part. So how we can do the segmenting thing? We have to create user persona. It could be anything, whatever you think about, or for the basic thing, we can ask about the user behaviors or their demographics. It could be anything. Let's talk about reporting the user pain points. So when talking about this is basically this is the most important, we can say, thinking or the approach when we have to put ourselves in the boots of the user and understanding what are their actual pain points, because none of the in most cases none of the user is aware that this is the problem that existing for themselves, but they are generally unaware. So we have to think deeply and understand what could be their pain points. And so what basically we have to do while checking the pain points of the user is we have to emphasize with the user. You should know what they care about, and why they care about. Cool. Next part is cut via prioritization. This is easy part. We have to select one or two based upon the time that you have within the interview or the resources that mentioned that you will be sourcing these and you have this timeline for solving the product, so you can select few pain points accordingly. And basically we select the prioritization based on how effective the solution is and how easy to solve. Easy to solve is every time there will be some constraint like time, money, or engineering. So we have to solve the products which are easy to whatever the constraint we are talking about. Then comes the creative part, which is also the second important after getting to know about the user pain points. Creative thinking, creative a list of solutions where we have to find creative solutions of the problems that we have already prioritized. Next is evaluating trade-offs, where we have to keep in mind the pitfalls with our solution. And the criteria of prioritization as well. And last is summary, which is the most important thing during the interview, where you have to cohesive and logical flow. You have to explain this and the final recommendations. Which solutions you are recommending and why you are recommending. So we have completed the basic part. We have understood what the circle is and what basically it includes, what are the steps while using the circle approach. So for more understanding, let us solve one case study which we will be using, in which we will be using the circle framework. And the question is, we have to design an ATM for visually impaired people. So this is our broad statement. We have no idea that what we are actually gonna do. So using the circle framework, our first step is, so whenever we are giving any product interview or any case studies or solving any case studies or estimate, it is better to, let's take some dark color, it is better to ask clarification question as much as you can. Clarification questions as much as you can. This will help you to narrow down your approach. And you will be and eventually the case study will become more easy to you. So you have to ask questions. So using the similar framework, C stands for comprehend. And in comprehend, we have to understand why are we building this. This is our main question, and this basically clarify the main important question, that is what is the goal of creating this, in which it could be, are we making a product for solving the underserved segment, are we solving for underserved, or is there any goal available that we have to solve. So this will be cleared by the interviewer. Second part is identify the customer. So for identifying the customer, basically it was already mentioned in the question that we are designing an ATM for the visually impaired, but you must have to think deeply that visual impairment is, as much as I know, is of three types. The first is color blindness, which also comes under the same criteria. Colorblind. Second is partially impaired. And the third one is fully impaired. So this will tell you about the customer for which we are solving, and the interviewer will definitely give you one of these that we are solving for this section. After that, we have to understand about, so this is also part of the clarification questions, identifying the needs of the consumer. So next I am asking is, confirming who am I actually. So am I a bank who is solving for its customers? I am the manufacturing company. Or am I a software company like Google, which will add some kind of software? Because every in each of these cases there are different criteria for measuring the success, and different resources available with different timelines as well. So this will tell you about the goal as well, from which lens you have to visible, from which lens you have to see. Third is I have to understand about, so basically I have to understand about what is actually a ATM, because ATM is used for different purposes. So for which purpose are we solving the ATM? The ATMs are used for deposits, for making deposits. It could be withdrawals, which is the general use. Third could be checking the balance. Checking balance in account. This will give me an idea about which feature or which criteria or which branch of product we are solving. And in the end, which we have already cleared in when we asked that from which lens we are looking at the problem is. So are there any constraints to this problems while solving this problem? So is there any money constraint which we have to think was solving creatively? Is there any time constraint or any resources? So this will help me for the prioritization part. This will help me for prioritizing the solution which I need to be solved. So after asking these questions, for this example, let's say we are given that we are a bank and we have to solve for fully impairment existing users, but not only existing, it could be new users as well. And we have to keep in mind the cost of building. So this is one of the constraints. So this will also help us while prioritizing our solution. So let's start with the case study. We have clarification about, so this is the important part. So while solving these questions, so I have given you a basic framework. This is not like that you have to complete each step, because product development or product thinking is all about how broadly you can think, not just copying the framework itself. So you don't have to follow each step individually to get to a solution. If you're doing that, it will show you that you are a rookie in this area, and definitely put a negative image on the interviewer. So I will be putting some steps together. So let's say we are understanding the users and their needs. So we are already told about we are building for fully impaired, and if we talk about the needs of this people, this could be first could be locating the ATM. This could be the first problem according to me. Second could be if they, let's just increase the size. is much better. So we have already clarification about users. So our user is fully impaired people, and let's talk about the needs. So first is locating the ATM. This could be the first pain point of the user. Second could be if they have already located the ATM. So then second problem or second pain points could be how to make transaction, because different ATMs might have different systems helps which might help the impaired people. And third could be if they know how to do the transaction, then knowing if the transacted amount is correct or not. And fourth one is safety within the ATM. There could be someone that just steal away their money. So these are the four pain points I'm thinking of right now. And let's dig a little more about these pain points. We have understand the pain point of the user, and because we are solving as a bank, so this have to be kept in mind. So let's talk about these four pain points and what we can solve and what we needed to resolve. So locating the ATM, if you think about it, can you think that this is our problem to solve or not as a bank? So I think no. The transport service should be solving this problem, because as a bank I don't think so this will be our headache to solve this problem. How to make a transaction? Definitely yes, because this will helps our user. This is because we are serving the user, so yes, this is our problem to solve. Knowing the transacted amount is correct, this is also yes. And safety within the ATM, yes, because a user is entering in our area or in my service area, so yes, this is my problem, this is my headache as well. So when we talk about how to make transactions, there should be some kind of voice assistant available. So here I am talking about the solutions as well. So there could be some voice assistants where the visually impaired person just asks that I have to withdraw the money, I have to check the balance, I have to make the deposits, or if we talk about adding the voice assistant completely like a software or something would be more costlier for a company as a bank, and we have to hire a particular team for checking and keep updating the system. So we can do that. We can make it partial with a braille keyboard. That would be much better. Braille keypad, when we talk about the transaction amount, so there are always already a solution available where nodes have different amounts, different sizes, which the impaired people already learnt about in their centers, and they have signs on the corners as well, corner of note, where a visually impaired person can get an idea that what the value of this note as well. Safety inside ATM, we can add image recognition, cameras, which will alert or put the alarm if there are more than one person inside. One person inside the camera, or maybe it will not make the transaction, or it will not make the payment, or it will not operate if there are more than one person within the ATM. Yeah. So when we are talking about Braille keypad, there could be another solution as well. So there could be like Amazon Alexa or any Chat GPT, Amazon Alexa, or could be some GPT voice available. GPT assistant could be available, which can guide the visually impaired people, and it could be totally touch free and totally voice. The total transaction could be done via voice. And when we're talking about knowing the correct transaction amount, so this could be done. Transaction amount, so we have to, because this problem is already, I think this problem is already considered via banks, because we already have very high accurate machines which withdraws the exact amount that is asked. So I don't think so that there's some kind of changes needed here. When talking about the safety within the ATM, we can also add a door lock as well, because after a transaction a person could enter the ATM, so there could be a door lock which could be opened by the debit card of the person. Or yeah, so these are my basic. So as you can see, I have added all, I have merged a lot of steps in this area. You can see I have comprehension is done above. I have identified the users. I have reported their pain points. I have collected. I have understand about their pain points, and I have listed the solutions, and I have we have shared solution, understanding the pain points, and listed the solutions as well. Yeah. So these steps are merged together. And when let's talk about the prioritization part, where we have to prioritize the solution we will be solving. So as I mentioned, we have to prioritize the solution in a way, and we can also add the evaluation as well as the trades-off as well, and trades-off in this as well. So solution number 1 is the ATM Alexa, or GPT voice. Second is Braille keyboard. Plus little voice assistant. The third one is the camera with image recognition, image recognition camera, and the fourth one is uh, door lock plus alarm. So these are the solutions that we have think of, and we will be evaluating about the impact. We will be listing the complexity, because as a rank we are solving this, so there will be the lesser engineering that we already have, and the trade-offs as well. Telling the trade-offs is a good sign of any product thinking, because you must have understanding about that what could go wrong with our solutions, and this gives a better sense of product understanding to the interviewer. Yeah. So ATM, Alexa, GPT voice must have high impact. We can agree as well. Braille keyboard and voice assistants will also have a high impact. Image recognition, I don't think so. This will be more accurate, because we can already see the cameras within the cameras within the banks or any offices, and if the person catches that there is some person already in the bank, it might be not easy for capturing the person if they make any theft or not. So I am putting it as a medium. And plus dollar, this is also a high impact thing. When we talk about complexity, so yes, complexity is very high here, because you have to do the language models to learn about your product and everything. And here we are adding voice assistant, so we are not adding the exact we are not training any LLMs or any models, so this could be medium. Image recognition, we have to just install the camera, so this should be easy, and door is also an easy part. So when we talk about Alexa and GPT, so there the trade-offs could be the language model or the GPT might misunderstand what is said, misunderstand what is asked. Let's say I have asked to withdraw 2,002k rupees, and it must have understood that we are asking for 7k or 5k, so that should be a miscalculation should be there, which is a riskier thing. And yeah, so error could be there. For the Braille keyboard and voice assistant, we have to be, they should have consistent Braille mark. Yes, this is things to consider: consistent Braille marking. And we should also teach about the product, because we are adding another technology voice assistant, so we have to teach the users how to use our product. Image recognition easy, but there could be some false alarms as well, and which is not the right thing. And what about door lock? What if the person get locked? What if it get locked unnecessary, and the pin, the debit card scanner is not working fine, so that will create a chaos. But I already have a solution for this. For this thing, we can add another layer. So layer 1 is debit card, and if debit card is not working, there is always a second option where the debit pin could be used for opening the gate. So that will solve the pain point of the user as well. And for the Braille market, yes, this could be done, and because consistent Braille marking is already taught to the visually impaired people, and voice assistant could be according to me, voice assistant is not very difficult to learn, because it is not completing the transaction, or it is not completing the flow. It will be guiding you that if you want to inquire about your balance, you just have to press 1. If you want to make withdrawals, you have to press 2. So that could be done. I mean, this is not an impossible thing. So as per this chart, so our two solutions that we will be solving is the Braille keyboard, which have high impact and medium complexity, and the door lock alarm, which have high impact and easy complexity. And if there are any trade-offs, this could be handled as well. So this is how we can solve the product design case studies, and this is how we can approach a problem. I hope this will help you understand how about the circus framework as well. And this is my first video, so I'm expecting to be consistent while making these videos, and I think I'm hoping that this will help you as well, and help my communication and my product thinking as well. And for your information, I have already solved this problem once, and I have the notes with me as well while making the video. So if you feel that how can I think this much with this speed, or this frequently, so that is the play of your practice. So yeah, let's wrap up.